तर मग सब्सक्राइब करें सर.
Subscribe kowe mo ko
सर
watch kowe khapal kar kawa. Razi,
सर
second component ta. Later on, I will take your questions, okay, inshallah. The second component, we call it thesis statement. This is the second. The thesis statement is a direct answer to the essay question. This is the direct answer. Thesis statement. This is the second component of your introduction. The first component, clear, that's background statement, and the second component that is called direct answer to the question. It tells the examiner directly what your essay will argue or discuss. And this is the most important sentence in the entire essay. It's very important because not including a thesis statement will cost your marks. Clear, it will cost you marks in task response, coherence and cohesion, and overall band score. For all type of questions, we have like 5 different types of questions in IELTS. You will receive 5 different types of questions. Number one, we call it opinion type of question. Opinion type of question, that's all about agree or disagree. What happened? Okay. So the first type of question. Oh, segundo. Wait. अगर रिकॉर्डिंग रहा हो ना आगे पहुंचे लग इश्यू जोड़ को स्क्रीन विजिबल देता सोस
No, sir. No, sir.
उस परश उस इशू
Sure, sure, please. Yes.
okay
Yes, sir.
fine. So the first question, clear, opinion type of an essay. Opinion type of an essay, agayo essay tamang gawayu when there is agree or disagree. If an essay, it talks about agrees or disagrees. So we call it opinion type of an essay. Agata opinion way. If you have an essay and if it asks you discuss both views, so that type of an essay is called discussion type of an essay. And then problem and solution essay, you will have advantages and disadvantages and double question. So total number of essays you will have in your exam, they are 5. And keep in your mind that paraphrasing is different, but thesis statement is different. Paraphrasing for all type of questions, they're the same. They are the same for all type of questions. But thesis statement for each type of question, that is different. They are not the same. So we may study 1 or 2 or 3 thesis statement today. Or let's talk about one by one now. So the first introduction formula for all 5 types of essays, the first one is what? Opinion. Opinion essays, introductions. Agree and disagree type of essays, we call them introductions. And this is the formula for that. So what's the formula? Formula is, first of all, we need to paraphrase the question. We need to paraphrase the question. The first part is we have studied the first component. I would say this is the first component, what we have studied in the previous lecture. Then after that, state your opinion. Second part. And the third one, outline 2 supporting reasons. As I told you earlier, that thesis statement is the direct answer to the question. For example, among you, if I ask Talha, can you clear your matlab mata yo ₹100 pakar di? That's my question.
Yes, sir.
I need 1,000 rupees. All right. So now Talha, he has 2 options now. He can state his opinion. And how he can state his opinion? He can say that, sir, I don't have. Or he may say, sure, why not? I will give you 1,000 rupees. So now he has stated his opinion. Either you can state your opinion with yes, or you can state your opinion with no. Do you understand? That's your opinion. You have stated your opinion. After stating your opinion, you need to clear your opinion with 2 supporting reasons. I'm going to guide you. How? For example, Talha said that, yes, sir, I will give you 1,000 rupees. That's your opinion you have stated. Now, give me 2 supporting reasons. Why? Because, yes, sir, I will. Clear? I will. Why? Because yesterday my father, he gave me 2,000, and even my brother promised me this week he is going to send me 5,000 rupees. Now, did you see? He said, dalta kita siwel, yes, sa tata paise dar kom. Daho masa dalta ki opinion mata rako. Then I supported you, wale, pasapo wajabane. What's the reason why he wants to lend me some money? No, these are the two reasons. First of all, last night his father, Claire, he gave him 2,000, and his brother even promised him to send him 5,000 more. So this is what, like, three parts it comes for opinion. Number one, first component, paraphrasing. Second component, that would be state your opinion and then support your opinion with two reasons. How? Let's take actual, like we want to take some practical examples and you will understand. The first part, the best way to improve health is to do regular exercise. The first part, this is the first component, right? This is my first component. And for your first component, what we need to do? We will paraphrase it. And for paraphrasing, I told you how many steps? 3 steps. You do understand. And then the second, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So if it asks me to what extent do you agree or disagree, so this type of question is what? It's an opinion essay. Why? Because it asks about agree or disagree. So the first step, number one, paraphrase. We need to paraphrase it. It is often argued that engaging in physical activity on a consistent basis is the most effective method of enhancing one's well-being. This is my first part, first component, and that was what? That was paraphrasing. So I have simply paraphrased the first part. After paraphrasing, the second part, number two, as I told you, there are 3 steps. Step number 1 was what? Paraphrase the question. And we have studied those statements. This was my first part, clear? We can paraphrase. And the second part, state your opinion. This is the second stage now. So I'm going to write down about my opinion. So either right now, in writing down about your opinion, either you have got 2 options. You agree or you disagree. So now, what is state my opinion? How did I state? I completely agree with this viewpoint. Which viewpoint? The above, this statement viewpoint. This is your opinion. Now, as I told you, the third step number 3, outline reasons. Reasons does not mean that you need to explain in sentences. You can give only 2 reasons. And reason number 1 is what? Physical fitness. This is 1 reason and 1 sentence. Clear? I have outlined 2 reasons. The first reason is what? The first reason, what I have written here, it's about physical fitness. And the second one, that's mental health. So 2 reasons I have given it. How many reasons I have mentioned now? There are 2 reasons that I mentioned. The first reason, that is about physical fitness, and the second reason is about mental health. So both the reasons I have clearly mentioned here. So if you have mentioned them, simply we can add them now in a complete introduction form. The first part, it is often argued that engaging in physical activity on consistent basis is the most effective method of enhancing one's well-being. Till this part, this is the first component, right? This is the first component what we have already studied. And the first component was about what? It was all about the first component. It was the paraphrasing part. After this portion, I completely agree with this viewpoint. Now, if you completely agree with this viewpoint, this is the second part. And the second part, this is your opinion. You have stated your opinion that you agree. If you don't agree, you will write down, I completely disagree. And the third one is, I told you, outline 2 reasons. There are 2. Because why? Because exercise not only improves physical fitness. This is 1 reason. I have given now first reason. And the second reason, what is the second reason? But also significantly boost mental health. So how many reasons now I have stated? I have stated 2 reasons here. So completely, I have mentioned, clear, I have completed my introduction in 2 parts. The first component is all about paraphrasing, and the second component is thesis statement. And thesis statement, as I told you, first of all, state your opinion. And after stating your opinion, what you are supposed to do, then you can support that with 2 reasons. But don't write like lengthy sentences, okay? That's only in 1 sentence you can mention 2 reasons you can mention there. If you just take another example, some people believe that unpaid community services should be compulsory part of high school programs. This is your statement. And I'm going to paraphrase it first, the first component. So for this part, we have said this is a growing belief that voluntary work in the community should be mandatory requirement for secondary school students. So this is the first part I have paraphrased. After this, I strongly agree with this view. This is your statement. This is your position now. And you have clearly mentioned about your position that I strongly agree. Can you see as? Now here, what does it mean? It means as means because. As community services, clear service develops essential life skills. Number one, that's the first part. There's the first reason. And bridge the gap between academic and real world experiences. So you mentioned like all. This is complete introduction. We don't write anything by our own. Simply we follow the straightforward rules. Then we move to the second one. Discussion type of an essay. So discussion type of an essay, it's a bit different. First of all, we need to apply this formula for the discussion. For discussion essays, you will always have discussed both views and give your own opinion. Now, this is not agree or disagree. This is not opinion. This is called discussion essay. Why do we call it discussion essay? Because they ask about discussion. And this is how, like, first of all, the first part, clear, that's same. What we can do, we can paraphrase it. And paraphrasing part for discussion, it's a bit different. You can use different structures. These are useful phrases you can use. Number one, you can start with, there is a considerable debate about. Because in discussion type of an essay, there would be two opinions, not one. You can, while both views have merit, I personally believe that this essay will discuss both perspectives before explaining why I support or people hold different opinions regarding. So you can start either with the first one. This is a considerable debate about, because there are two opinions. How there are two opinions in this? An opinion essay, there would be only one. But in discussion, there are two. How there are two? The first part, if you see, some people think that parents should teach children how to be a good member of the society. This is how, like, some parents, they think that whom should teach? Some people think that parents should teach children how to be a good member of society. Others believe that school, clear, is the place to learn this. So there are two opinions. Some people think that school should teach them how to be a good member of the society, while other people, they believe that school shouldn't be, whom they're responsible. Other people are responsible, clear? That's about parents. So one is parents, and on the other side, we have got school. There are two parts then. So now for this portion, we can write down our introduction in how many parts? Into three parts. The first part we call paraphrasing portion, and the second portion is called acknowledge both views, and last, finally, we can come with that of state your opinion. Three portion now. Again, three parts are here. So the first part, if you just focus, there is a considerable debate about whether responsibility of children, teaching children social values lies with parents or with educational institutions. And as I mentioned earlier that I have given you some of the words, you can follow those words. And I started with what? There is a considerable debate about whether. So now after that, you can copy the question statement, clear? The responsibility of teaching children social values lies with parents or with education institutes. After that, you can acknowledge both views. Acknowledge both views. Now I have acknowledged both, not one. While schools can certainly contribute to this process. Who can certainly contribute to this process? School can. So the first part is school. And after that, I believe that parents play a more fundamental role in shaping their children's character. Can you see now? This is your opinion. The last part is your opinion. You have acknowledged the first one. The first one, you have clearly acknowledged that. And after acknowledging that, the last part, I believe that parents play a more fundamental role in shaping their children's character. So there are two parts now. The first part, Okay, I have mentioned here acknowledge both views. So there might be a question in your mind that why I haven't like acknowledged both of them. So first, initially, while schools can certainly contribute to this process, I have acknowledged one side. But can you see, I have also acknowledged the second part. This is the second part. But I can't write both, Claire. Why? Because this is the part like my acknowledgement with this one as well with with both of them, Claire. This is my opinion as well. I have acknowledged here. So that's why I have acknowledged with both. And the second part, I believe. So first of all, I have acknowledged it, and then even I have given my opinion that I'm with this side. So that's why when you want to write any type of discussion type of an essay, so this is the structure you can follow for that. I've written in discussion essay, your introduction should acknowledge both sides, not one. Exist, but clearly state which side you support. Did you see? I have acknowledged both sides and then I have clearly mentioned that I support this side. This gives your essay a clear direction then, what you can go with. Okay, I'm going to take your questions as well if you have.